All right, take a good look at this. This isn't just some cool drawing of an eye. What you're looking at really represents a massive leap forward in how AI is learning to, well, to see. We're talking about moving way beyond just recognizing objects and into the realm of understanding abstract concepts. And there's a new model, SAM-3, that's really at the heart of this whole thing. So check this out. On the left, you've got this beautiful but kind of chaotic photo of a school of fish. Now look at the right. An AI has done something called segmentation. It's like it has perfectly cut out every single fish with surgical precision. But how? How does it learn to tell one fish from another, from the water, from the coral? How does it go from just seeing a bunch of pixels to actually understanding the concept of a fish? And that, right there, is the million-dollar question. It's one thing for us to show an AI a million photos and say, this is a fish. It's a whole other ballgame to teach it to understand a concept the way we do, like find the small striped fish that are swimming near the top. That's how people actually think and talk. The biggest problem is that our language is, well, it's messy, right? If I ask you to point out a large circular shape, what am I even asking for? How big is large? Does an oval count as a circle? For a machine that thinks in pure cold logic, this kind of fuzziness is a huge, huge roadblock. This chart just nails that exact problem. It shows how two different AI training sets understood the exact same phrase, large circular shape. The purple one, it mostly stuck to common, everyday objects, but the green one had a way broader, more diverse idea of what that could mean. A truly smart AI has to be able to handle all that nuance to really get what we're asking for. So to tackle this head-on, researchers came up with a new challenge. They called it Promptable Concept Segmentation, or PCS for short. The goal sounds simple, but it's incredibly tough. Build an AI that can take a text prompt like striped fish and then find and perfectly outline every single one of them in a picture. And that is exactly what this new SAM-3 model was built to do. So how'd they pull it off? Well, the secret sauce behind SAM-3 isn't just a bigger AI brain. It's what they call the data engine, a completely new, kind of revolutionary way to teach an AI how to see concepts. The best way to think about it is like this. The big breakthrough isn't that they got a smarter student. It's that they built a much, much better school. The real magic is in the curriculum itself and the teaching methods they use to give this AI a world-class education. So this AI school is built on three really clever ideas. First up, media curation. They fed it a much more diverse diet of images, not just your standard internet photos, giving it a much richer picture of the world. Second, label curation. And this is cool. Instead of just having people label things, they got other AIs to come up with a ton of different concepts to look for in those images. And finally, label verification. They created these specialized AIs that are basically like teaching assistants, double-checking all the work to make sure it's top-notch and making the whole system run super efficiently. And that third part, the verification step, this is where it gets really interesting. Because this isn't about AI replacing people. It's about creating this incredible new partnership, this teaching loop where humans and different kinds of AI are all working side by side. So you basically got this dream team of teachers. You have the human experts, right? They're the final bosses stepping in for the really tricky cases. Then you have the AI annotators, these creative AIs that just brainstorm millions of concepts to teach. And last but not least, you have the AI verifiers, which are like the quality control specialists, making sure every single lesson is spot on. And here's a peek at how that teamwork actually happens. The system uses an AI verifier to ask a simple yes or no question about a picture, like, hey, are there any computer monitors here we missed? A lot of the time, the AI can figure this out on its own, but when it gets stuck, it passes the exact same question over to a human expert. It's a brilliant way to automate all the easy stuff and save the brain power of the human experts for the calls that really matter. And the payoff from this human-AI collaboration? It's just staggering. This system literally doubled the team's efficiency. I mean, think about that for a second. They were able to create a richer, bigger, better curriculum for the AI in half the time. That's a serious game changer for how fast this research can move. Okay, so this new AI school sounds amazing on paper, but did the student actually pass the class? It was time for the final exam to see if this whole new training method really worked. First off, let's just look at the textbook they used. This chart shows the new training data called SACO, that's the huge bubble up top, compared to the old ones. And as you can see, it's not just a little bit bigger. We're talking over 100 times more unique concepts. The sheer diversity of what this AI learned is just on a completely different planet. A massive curriculum is great and all, but it all comes down to performance, right? Did this new teaching style actually make a smarter AI? And wow, the results speak for themselves. I mean, look at this. On a really important benchmark, the older models, they were kind of stuck around a score of 20. But SAM 3, it blows them out of the water with a 54. That's not just a little better, that is a huge jump. But here's the kicker. Look at that bar on the far right. That's human performance, sitting at 73. So this thing isn't just outdoing the old AI, it's actually starting to get surprisingly close to how well a person can do it. The gap is shrinking, big time. The researchers summed it up perfectly themselves. This new system closes nearly half the remaining gap between the AI's performance and a human's on this task. This isn't just another small step. It's a giant leap toward an AI that can see the world the same way we do. So what's the big deal? Why should we care if an AI can find all the striped fish in a photo? Well, this breakthrough has some really profound implications for where AI is headed. So what does this actually unlock for us? It means we're getting way closer to AI that can genuinely understand and interact with the world around it. I mean, imagine a search and rescue robot that gets the command, find the person in the blue jacket, not just find a person, or a creative tool where you can just tell your video editor, hey, make all the cars in this shot red, and poof, it just happens. This is the bedrock for a whole new generation of smarter tools in robotics, for accessibility, and so much more. So we've built this incredible new school that's teaching AI to see the world through our eyes, and it can follow our instructions with amazing skill. But that leaves us with one last big question. What's it going to take for an AI to not just understand our concepts, but to start creating its own? To look at a scene and notice something important that we never even thought to ask it to look for? Now that is the next great frontier.